Good morning everybody, and this is your DAX setups for today. So onwards and upwards, nothing new, pretty solid uptrend, and we are just looking to buy the dip. And we did get a bit of chaos yesterday. I don't know if it was on the DAX. I wasn't watching the DAX, I was on the S&P. But I just want to get these levels in. You can see what we're doing. I don't have to explain this to you. We're picking up the fractional highs on the inside, and those are our levels that we need to pay attention to. Oscillators kind of all over the place at the moment. They haven't really grouped the upside yet, but they are getting towards an overbought scenario. And now we have this engulfing bar up here at the top. We're sitting at 17,987. So what's the logic? If you look at the 3-hour group to the upside, don't really want to be buying there just yet. This is the area I want to be buying off at 17,907. I'd round that off to 17,900. That is my line in the sand. There is actually a little gap there as well. Very, very small gap. That's at 17,895. And if we just, yeah, very, very tiny gap there. But that's the zone I would be interested in. So I'm looking for a pullback onto 17,895, 17,900. So 17,900 would be a really decent area to pull back to. Now we did end up going into the close with this bear flag, but that bear flag target is basically where price is right here. It's at the bottom of the target. So, sorry, the bottom of the triangle. So that's kind of played out. But now if we come down to the 15-minute. First things first, yesterday would have been a very difficult scenario to play out. You can see we drifted lower, and then this was data. Now, this first bar was when data was released. That was the US CPI. This was the German CPI. Yeah. So CPI, then the market opened, and you can see big engulfing bar. So, hindsight being the perfect science, this was a level, 17,821. Kind of pin bar on that, not really a decent structure. I suppose if I just adjust it slightly, you can see there's a pin bar here. You can see that lines up quite nicely. So you could have taken a trade off here, or alternatively, you wait for the data. Here's the price action after the data. There's nothing here in these 3 bars, and then we get this big engulfing bar off there. So that technically should have been your entry. 71 points, 100 point stop loss, and you would have made a 1-to-1 trade. You would have made $100 profit. So there are gaps all over the place here, so I would be paying very close attention to them. There's another one there, and there's one lower down. So let's just put a level in that makes sense there. We'll pick up the swing high. Okay, oscillator is already grouped to the downside, so this could just be pie in the sky at the moment. But I'd like to see a pullback onto 17,944, and just below that is another little gap. But this is the big one that I'd want to see. Back down to 17,900. So it's between 17,907 and 17,895. I want to see a pullback into there for an opportunity to buy. That may not happen. Okay, so the other scenario here is this is a fairly decent level. That's 1,800. Nice big round number. So don't want to be jumping in along here because it's big potential resistance level ahead of me. But if I do get back above it and come back and find support, that would be an opportunity to buy, and your stop is just below the low of today, which is like a 50-point stop loss. Even better risk to reward. And you're probably going to be looking at 18,100, 18,150, 18,200 for your targets to the upside. So that's kind of my view at the moment. From a daily perspective, fairly strong green bar, could be seen as an exhaustion bar, but this trend is up. There's no letting off just yet. So there's only one direction we're heading in, and that is up. So that's kind of my outlook for today. I'll wait for the market open, and I think watch this 1800. That might be the one that is going to happen. Otherwise, it's a pullback back into one of these three areas, 17,944, 17,900 area, and possibly 17,875. I just don't see that happening, not with this strong move of yesterday. So I think this is more a case of strong up, sideways, while we're in the Asian session. Then there should be some kind of a little reset at the open of the DAX, pulling onto some structure and then accelerate off. Anyway, that's kind of my view for today. You're looking to buy the dip. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.